Leo sexuality. Well, Leo is the most dramatic and larger than life sign, I know. So for them, sex is a matter of performance and a matter of almost like they're being watched on stage. For them, they're so sensitive about the way they perform, about how good they are in bed. So they can be even almost dramatic and theatrical. Sex and the love making is almost like theater, like a piece of art for them. They have to. They can really appreciate, for instance, stripping for you because they're a bit of an exhibitionist as well. Leo is the king, the number one center of attention. So people, if you see a woman with Venus in Leo or Sun in Leo, she can easily perform for you. If you're a woman like that, you might be drawn to do some nice striptease to your partner, maybe a little bit of a burlesque. They want the more grand, the more luxurious, the more larger than life. So even a normal striptease will not do. Maybe something more, as I said, burlesque-like. And theatrical. And also, if you see a man with Venus in Leo, he would appreciate a woman who is like that, who is not very shy, who likes to be in the spotlight, who enjoys her body, who enjoys to be watched. So don't apply shy daisies. If you're in love with someone who has lots of Venus in them, lots of Leo in them, or either they would love to be center of attention, or they would be attracted to people who also show those qualities. And they even would love to be shot with a video. You can do, if you're Leo, or we have strong Leo in your horoscope, Venus or Mars, you can make your own home amateur videos. They're quite good at that. They'll perform quite well. And Leo is very affectionate. So for them, affection and sex are the same thing almost. So often when you're with someone who has strong Leo in their horoscope, say a man with a Venus in Leo, when they make in love with you, they usually associate it with being in love as well. So they don't separate love and sex very much. For them, both are the same thing. So it's they know that you will know that it comes from the heart as well. It's not just for satisfying the physical needs. It's something more, and it's not so much emotional as it's connection, energetic connections, that they feel like romantic excitement. They're very romantic in their love making. And they like to impress the partner with grand gestures, as I said, sexual. Maybe they can, if you have a Leo partner, if you're attracted to a Leo woman, take her shopping before that. Or if your man is a Leo, he can take you shopping and he'll feel good about himself and he'll get turned on afterwards. And your gratitude and appreciation for a Leo person will really turn them on. So give them compliments during the sex or before the sex. If you want to put them in a mood, look in their eyes, be romantic, be very romantic with Leo, and tell them how lovely their hair looks, or how wonderfully they're dressed, or how much connected you feel to them. And they want to be the star, they want to be appreciated and the king, and then they become the benevolent king and give from themselves. Leo is a very generous sign, so in sex also they can be quite generous. And it's only because they want to be loved and adored and appreciated. And Leo, as I said, maybe the way to impress a Leo is to always look your best, because they're the king wants the best. So always, even a bit too glamorous, it not necessarily, glamour never necessarily equates with style and with elegance, but they want you to be glamorous, and not in a stripper way glamorous, but in a way that others notice you. Big beautiful hair, some nice suspenders, as I said, more artistic, more creative, more in your face and confident as well. And Leo, they can play the domination game, while they prefer usually to be the ones who are dominated, the ones who are adored, the ones who are on top somehow. And Leo are very territorial. So sexually, it's very rare that Leo would like to share partners in such games. Maybe it will be short periods of their lives that they experiment with them, but once they have a partner, if they really like someone, they'd like to keep it, private. Not private, but within the confines. They want to keep the territory of the person they're with. And once in sex, they'll be very affectionate, very warm. They can last long because Leo is a fixed sign, so they can continue for longer periods of foreplay, and the continuation of the act itself. But sometimes Leo can become a bit predictable, so don't go for too crazy and extreme sex or too surprises. Don't surprise the Leo. Leo in sex in particularly, just see what they like and kind of stick with it for longer periods. Slowly introduce changes very slowly in a tasteful way, in a way that doesn't hurt them, because they're very sensitive about their ego, and some in particularly in sexual games, you can very easily do something that goes out of their boundaries, out of their what they consider is right, what they consider is tasteful, what they consider is respectful towards themselves. So be careful in that. And usually more traditional type of sex and more loving and romantic type of sex will do them great, and not because they're emotional and too sensitive, because their self-worth is very important, that they feel that they look good in your eyes and in the eyes of others and in their own eyes. And as I said, dress luxuriously, beautifully, glamorously, and make them think they're the best, and connect with them on a heart level, emotionally, playfully. Leo is a sign of children, so be playful, be creative with them, but also not too superficial. Don't go superficial. And yes, it's one of the more healthy expressions of sexuality, where Leo is, unless, of course, you have some other more twisted influences in the horoscope. There are always exclusions. But if I forgot to mention something about Leos, yes, basically the erogenous zone is the back. So you can touch them gently on the back. It will stimulate them. It will stimulate your Leo lover. Also, the hair turns them on for some reason, because Lion has a mane. Men who have Venus in Leo, they would love women with beautiful hair, luscious hair. Make sure your hair is well maintained, not like mine, but make it big and lovely, And also women who have Leo in their horoscope, or Mars in Leo, they can be drawn to men with luscious, beautiful hair, who kind of shines from far. And this will be something that turns them on, And thank you so much. And please fill in the gaps, whatever I forgot.